Hi, everybody. We almost just lost Alex. I'm not sure what happened, but she disappeared. And then she came back with like 20 seconds to spare or less. But we're live. We're here with some reading sprints, although I'm going to cook dinner in the first sprint. So also eating sprints.
Yep.
Cooking sprints. But yeah.
I feel like that happens every time we sprint, so.
It's very impromptu. This is just the only night this week that me and Alex were both free, and we wanted to do some like kind of cozy Halloween themed sprints where we're going to read the same book. So, are you ready? Have you got the book?
I have.
Hi, welcome to the sprints. We normally do like 30-minute sprints and do sprints for like a couple of hours, probably. Till like 9:30, 10ish. So yeah, we'll try and probably get like 4 sprints in, maybe. But yeah,
about that. Yeah,
something like that. But yeah, we're both going to be reading "Hold Back the Tide" by Melinda Salisbury, which is horror, right?
I believe so. Yeah, that's my understanding.
And it's just under 300 pages. So I thought we were going to buddy read this, and normally when we buddy read, we section out like pages for each day, and we decide how long to read it over and stuff. And I said to Alex, why don't we just like start it on a sprint and see how we get on, and then we can always do the rest of the pages, like we could work it out for the rest of the days and to see how far we get tonight and then like work it out. But we've been doing really good. We've just buddy read Her Majesty's Royal Coven.
It was very good.
Yeah, did you? I felt like we should discuss that.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well.
It took me a while to get into it, and I think that was partly because I was just really into my previous book, but once I got into it, it was really good.
Yeah, I feel like it took me maybe like a day or two to get into it, like 100 pages ish, and then when I was into it, I was really enjoying it. Like I think more than I expected to, actually.
Yeah.
So I think with it being adult fantasy, I didn't know how I'd get on with it, but it's
not too adult. Like it's adult because they're all adult characters, but it's not like hard to read.
No, it's very easy to read. And it has some really interesting discussions in there. So we were both like, we hate this character because they are transphobic, but also that's the point of the character. So
yeah,
but it brings up some really interesting themes. Do you have the second one?
I do.
Are you planning on reading it soon?
I'm planning on reading. I feel like I've started a lot of series this year, so I'm planning on reading sequels in November. So,
okay,
definitely on the cards.
Okay, what other sequels are on the cards for November? Because is there any we're meant to be buddy? Or we said we'd buddy read?
Flashfire.
Oh, Flashfire, that's a good one. I bought it as well, right? Okay, so we'll buddy read Shadow Cabinet and Flashfire.
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome to Sprints, and you're reading Deadly Dreams by KJ Sutton. I feel like I've heard of KJ Sutton. Are they like dark fantasy, romantasy?
Yeah, I think it's fantasy romance type thing.
Oh, it's the Fortuna Sworn. Yeah, the Fortuna Sworn series. I hear a lot of booktubers talk about that. Are you enjoying it so far if you've started it?
I can't decide if I want to start the series or not because it sounds interesting, but I feel like it's set in our world.
Oh,
and
is
that's
it?
not what I'm into.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I've just heard
Someone tells me it's set in another world, then I'm there for it.
Because I feel like it's I feel like people who are fans of like Sarah J. Maas and like that kind of thing are fans of the Fortuna Sworn book. So I probably it's on the long list, but not like my immediate one to read or like TBR. So
I think it's a really long series as well.
Yeah, isn't it like 7 books so far?
6 or 7 or something, yeah. And like the first one, I don't think it looks very long, and then they just get longer.
Yeah, they seem to be really long. Yeah, there's 5 so far, but there's 6 on. Oh, the 6th and final installment is expected in 2025.
Wow.
Oh, wow. It's a fun series, not something to take too seriously, but a good time. That's kind of the impression I get. I
Yeah.
like that summary because like that. Yeah.
To be fair, that's the impression I get for most like fantasy romance.
That is true. And sometimes I just want that.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. I feel like that's what I want from a
To be fair,
fantasy
that's the
romance as
impression I
well.
get for most like fantasy
Oh.
romance.
That is true. Did you put us live on something else and we're now echoing?
It just came up on my phone,
Oh.
and I have no idea how that happened.
Hello to ourselves. I'm always so careful to do that because I want to check that we're actually live. At least we know.
There we go. Turn my
We
sound off
also
now, so it
have
won't
your
happen again.
But yeah, today we are reading Hold Back the Tide, which is should I read the synopsis because I don't really remember.
Yeah, sure.
It says everyone in Umsquela. That's a word. Umscala. It's going well, guys. This place knows what happened to Alva Douglas's mother all those years ago. It's why Alva can't wait to leave. But when dark forces begin to stir in the surrounding mountains, Alva has to face a very different future to the one she's been dreaming of and question everything she thought she knew about her past. Apparently, it's a chilling tale about the dire costs of secrecy and greed. It will sink its teeth into you and never let you go.
All I know is that I think it's horror, and
Like, yeah.
Nikki loves it.
Oh, does she? Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, from what I've heard, it's like creepy horror. I love the cover. I've loved the cover for ages.
Okay, I've just looked on Goodreads, and the first genre listed is horror. So
Okay, cool. I've always like thought it would be quite young, so I've never picked it up.
yeah,
That's always what's like put me off. But I think someone recommended it to me personally. Maybe at Yelp. I think maybe the bookseller did because that bookseller was very good, and she got me to buy Her Dark Wings. Is that what it's called? The other book by the newer book by her, yeah, Her Dark Wings, which was like last year's release by her, and I think that conversation made me actually want to pick this up. And then I picked it up because I was in the Lake District this year, and I just thought it was quite a fitting.
Yeah, it's a nice cover.
Because it's a lake. Presume well,
yeah.
tide. It's the sea. It's water.
I mean, it looks like I always assumed it was a lake because of the mountains in the background.
Yeah, I always presumed it was a lake as well. I do like the cover, but yeah. Oh, there is also a tiger one.
I read The Sin Eater's Daughter by the same author.
Oh yeah.
And I remember enjoying it at the time, but I can't remember if I found it young or not, so I don't really know if it's going to read young or not.
We will find out.
I'm hoping it will properly creep me out. That's what I really want.
Yeah, that would be fitting for this week. I'm reading Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow. I have heard so many things about that book. I think it's a very big one on TikTok, right?
I think so, yeah. I've heard a lot about it as well.
I have heard a lot. And also, I'm glad you're already doing it, guys, but please let us know what you're reading or doing in sprints. I will be making mac and cheese in my first sprint, vegan mac and cheese.
Speaking of cheese, sorry, we just did our weekly shop before this, and we needed cheese for some of the meals we've got coming up this week, and we turned down the cheese aisle and it was empty. Like, nothing, not even like empty boxes. There was nothing.
Oh, I thought you meant there was no people, and I was like, that's a good thing.
There was no cheese on it.
That's not good. You don't want
we just want cheese. There's nothing.
I will probably have a bit more of Harrow Lake while I sort some stuff. In S1. I'm trying to work out what S1 means. But also
I'll show you what Jez is reading as well if you want.
Oh yes, please share. I should get some food. Hang on a sec, because I kind of skip lunch and dinner. Won't be for a while. Oh yeah, that won't. But it will require getting out of bed, which is a hard decision. But you should also
get food, definitely,
or lunch or food. That looks quite creepy.
Yep.
Is it non-fiction?
Yes.
Nikki Sixx is a guitarist.
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I keep looking at Jez. I have no idea.
Which band? Because I can't remember.
Motley Crue.
Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Oh, I would not have guessed that. So I'm not confident in myself.
Yeah, this
I've
is
heard-
this is what Jez is going to read.
And I've heard that this is Jez's 5th book of the month.
5th book of the
Yeah.
month.
Well done.
He's slaying
Thank
it
you.
this month. He
You
just
are.
finished a book before we went and did our shop. So
That is so cool. What did you finish?
The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Cool. Was it good?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, Sprint 1. Thank you, Mark. I was reading it season 1 and I couldn't get that out of my head, or like series 1, and I was like, season 1 of what? Of us? Of something else? I know that makes sense. Sprint 1. Thank you. We should use that.
We should, yes.
That makes a lot of sense. Should we do sprints at 1:45? Start a sprint at 1:45.
Yeah, that sounds
Although that requires you listening to us talk for another 4 minutes, so enjoy that, everybody. And then we'll go to first sprint at 1:45, which will be half an hour. We tend to do half an hour sprints, and then we'll talk a bit, another half an hour sprint, and hopefully we'll try and get like 4 in and sprint for a few hours this evening. And we'll see how much of this we manage to read tonight.
I imagine you'll read more than me because I think you read faster than me.
I am going to cook for like the whole first sprint, so
That's true. That gives me a head start, and then
Yeah.
you'll catch up.
I feel like we could get like quite a decent chunk through this because I think it might be quite quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I can imagine it'd be fast paced, and it's not that long, so I can't
It's
see it
only
taking
like,
that long to read.
yeah, it's 297 pages. Is this the one you did for like less than 300 pages?
Yeah, that was exactly what it was. So
Yeah.
definitely a short, easy book. I got that prompt twice as well. It was my
That's
first
good.
prompt and my last prompt.
That's a good prompt to get twice. There was definitely like a lot worse prompts to get twice. I have this and an adult romance book which I've started today, which I'm hoping will be quite quick, and it's not that long, but the text is quite short. Then I also still have Swordcatcher on my October TBR,
I don't even know when I'm going to get to that.
and that is chunky.
Chunky.
It's because
It's
sorry,
so
go on.
pretty.
Huh?
It's so pretty.
Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because I got the mirror prompt where it's like it can be
Yeah.
reflected, and this was like recommended as one of the books you could use for that prompt. And honestly, I just couldn't be bothered to find another one for with that prompt because it's so specific. I could probably find a different book if I tried. Like,
Don't need
I
to.
could probably squeeze this in because reflection.
Yeah, that's true.
Not that it's actually got a reflection on it.
Maybe you could do that if you get to the end of the month and you haven't read Swordcatcher.
I think I'll at least manage to start it. My concern is about finishing it
Yeah.
before the end of the month, and I would like to feel like I successfully completed Spookoplathon.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll have a quick look through my TBR and see if there's something like really quick. Oh, yeah. I think 4,000 Weeks is about like time, if I remember.
Time.
Yeah, hang on. Look for the Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's about time management.
Okay.
So it's another non-fiction. Mark is making you a recommendation. He doesn't recommend things that's not right.
He is quite into non-fiction at the moment, so
Yeah,
Yes.
Mark says that if you
Mark's
like,
recommending you a book.
Oh, what's the book?
4,000 Weeks. It's about time management,
Oh, right.
apparently.
Oh, okay. I'll have that. Thank you.
He says thank you.
and on that recommendation, I'm going to put a banner up so we can start sprinting
Yeah.
for our first. There
This
we
is
go.
my other read at the moment.
Yes, are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm nearly halfway through.
Yes, I loved it. I really want to get a physical copy.
I mainly just bought it because Jez calls me Pumpkin Spice all the time.
Oh, that's cute. That's such a cute nickname.
I mean, I say I bought it. Jez actually bought it for me.
Oh, that's also really cute. Mark doesn't like to recommend things. He doesn't recommend things, but he also says, try this if you would like to. Yeah, I read it on my Kindle and I really loved it, but now I want to get an actual copy.
I'm looking forward to the next one because it's.
Yes, it looks so
I
cute.
knew before I started it, I'd already kind of had a look to see that there was a sequel coming out.
Mm.
But now I've twigged that it's like the bookshop next to her coffee shop. And
I
I'm
know.
like, yes.
Yeah. Shall we sprint?
Yes, let's sprint.
I'm gonna go make dinner. I'll see you in a bit.
See you in half an hour.
See you in a bit, everyone.
You should do it.
Imagine how shit that would be. I'm back.
Hi.
Hello.
Hopefully I didn't startle anybody by saying hello. Hello.
Hello.
How did you get on?
I've read 20 pages.
Yay. I read the first chapter in the past 2 minutes,
Nice.
which is not impressive at all by the way, everybody. It's 2.5 pages long. But I felt like I should do some reading.
Did you
Even-
manage to make your dinner as well?
I made my dinner, which is now in the oven because I made the mac and cheese, which looks great. I'm very excited. And it's now in the oven for the next 9 minutes. 8 minutes 58. So we have less than 9 minutes to talk. And then I'm going to go get it out of the oven and eat it, which I'm very excited about. It looks good.
Good plan.
It's a new recipe that Tesco sent me, which is a Violife recipe, and it has so much cheese in it. Mark just sent me a message saying I sent him a photo and he said he would try a bite of it, but assume it would not be for him. I don't think it would be for him because he does not like cheese, whether it's vegan or not. So
Yeah.
anyway, hello. Welcome to the Sprints. What are you reading or doing this evening? Or whatever time it is where you are. Sorry if we terrified you, Mark. I realised that I didn't put the cat timer on,
Oh, yeah.
so it didn't meow. You got us instead. I am very proud that you got up and made a sandwich, and also read half a chapter of your book, which is very cool. Well done. How are you finding the first 20 pages?
Okay. I don't feel like I'm far enough in yet to really have an opinion.
Yeah, someone at work asked me how I was feeling about my book earlier, and I was like, I'm 12 pages in, I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Reading The Murder Game by Carrie Doyle. I don't know that one. I'm gonna have a look.
Never heard of it.
See if I don't recognize the cover, but it has a very sinister cover. Oh, it's cool though. Fancied some sprints and stumbled upon this. Hi Joshua, thank you for joining us. So we've just done one. We'll probably do 3 more half-an-hour sprints. So we'll usually sprint for a couple of hours, and we'll start the next half-an-hour one in 6 minutes or less, because that's how long I've got. Yeah, I might actually put the if I can find it, put the cat on for the next one.
Yeah, cute.
That is, what's the word for the 30-minute sprints and then 5-minute Pomodoro?
Pomodoro, yeah.
I forgot what that word was, and I searched Panopto, which is a recording software, I think. I doom scrolled, very relatable,
Very.
and then read a few pages. Pomodoro, there we go.
Jez and I have started doing like an hour's reading a night, which helps me
Cute.
get off my doom scrolling and actually read.
Yeah.
That is a good idea.
And that's how Jez has finished 4 books this month.
Definitely. The lack of doom scrolling. Sort of helped.
What do you think of Girl in Pieces, by the way, Oz? You are being asked. I found the cat.
Yay.
So I will put the cat on for the next one, so we actually have a timer. There we go.
That would be cute.
Cool.
I don't have a bookmark, so
I don't either. I just closed my book, but I did just finish. Okay, that works too. I was intrigued by the first chapter though. I know it's only like 3 pages long.
yeah, it's a good first chapter.
It's a very strong first chapter. It's we're reading this book, if anyone was wondering and has joined us. And the first sentence is, "Here are the rules of living with a murderer." And the rules are: 1, don't draw attention to yourself. 2, if you can't be invisible, be useful. And rule 3, if you can't beat them, join them. And 4, don't make me angry. There is more in between those rules. I just skipped the bits in the middle, but it's a very strong, intriguing first chapter.
It is. It made me intrigued.
Yeah.
It's still like I'm not quite far enough in.
Yeah.
To know what I think overall, but I am interested to see where it goes and like the whole living with a murderer thing.
Yeah, it sounds very interesting. Do you watch Books on Lala? I love Books on Lala. And did you watch the video she did where she read the first chapter of every book on her, like, or 100 books on her physical TBR?
I think I watched half of it, yeah.
It was so interesting, and like, I feel like because she rated them out of like 10 for intrigue, I think.
Yeah.
Or did she rate them like against a couple of things? Or was it just for intrigue? I can't remember.
I can't
I
remember.
think it might have just been for intrigue, but I feel like if I was doing that and I read that first chapter, it would rate quite highly for intrigue.
Yeah, definitely.
If anyone is interesting? If anyone is interesting,
no one is interesting here.
If anyone's interested, Girl in Pieces, yeah, first 100 pages were quite heavy. I have heard that it's quite heavy as a book in general because it does have this it has some quite heavy topics. Yeah, so I've heard it's quite a heavy book, but I think a lot of people really, really like it, so interesting.
I've found with contemporary books, I've kind of like lost interest in them. So if they have those heavier topics, that's what makes me interested. If they're just like, I can have the occasional like fluffy romance, but if it's contemporary, generally I need that heavier topic to get me invested.
Yeah. I feel like for me, I'm going the other way in that reading is becoming such a comfort thing that I want it to be like super simple. I don't want anything, like I want the pumpkin spice cafe most of the time now.
Yeah.
But it's not like I want a variation of things. It's just that I think a lot of the time when I am reading, it's like because I want it to be like ultimate comfort.
Yeah. I like the comfort. Like I'm really getting into the cozy fantasy.
Yeah.
I'm just so not into contemporary anymore that when I do, it has to have something about it. But if I'm looking for cozy, I'm like, cozy fantasy, please.
Yeah. Yeah, I do definitely like.
Yeah.
I definitely understand wanting more like an interesting hook. I feel like if I read a romance or like an adult contemporary, I often want it to have something that's like extra.
Yeah.
For the romance, like, or even like YA contemporary, definitely. If YA contemporary is the thing where I need it to have something more than just like
fluff.
Yeah, fluff. Because with adult, like I can read it more as a comfort if it's just like adult romance. But with YA, I'm like, no, you need to have something about you for me to pick it up. Like I recently read Wanderlust, and that was because I've had it on my TBR for like years and years and years.
Yeah.
But it's about a girl who ends up traveling across Europe with a bus of pensioners. But it's also a romance between her and like the tour guide, the owner of the tour guide company's son.
I thought you were going to say it was a romance between her and one of the pensioners.
Oh no, thankfully not. That would be weird. No, it was not that. But yeah, it was like it was such a fun book because it had all of that to it. Like it had her becoming friends with these like pensioners, not falling in love with them.
Falling in love with them, but not in a romantic way.
Not in a romantic way, but there was some really fun scenes with them.
Way.
Yeah. I'm going to try and figure out how to. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, everybody. I don't know what it's showing for you now. Share screen. Oh, that's my timer for the
pasta time.
It's pasta time. I am going to share that. There we go.
Yay!
Hopefully you can all see that.
Yeah.
I tend to alternate hard hitting with lighter contemporary, urban fantasy, or horror. I feel like that's a very good tactic. Everyone, are you ready to start reading? Shall we?
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm going to try and actually read in this sprint as well as eat some mac and cheese. So
yeah, enjoy your mac and cheese.
Thank you. I'm going to start the timer and I'll see you in half an hour.
See you in half an hour.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How was your sprint?
Good. I read another 30 pages.
Nice. I'm going to just hide the cat for a bit. There we go. I did set it for 10 minutes, but if we want to start the sprint sooner, then we can always change it.
How did you do?
I did good. I had my dinner, which was good.
Good.
And I did a bit of washing up, although I need to do more washing up. And I read... I'm on page 30 now.
Nice.
So I read 27 pages. Sorry, I just started typing a message. I'm just going to finish typing the message. I'm being very antisocial.
Jez is on page 46 now of his book.
Well done, Jez. Oh my god.
I'm on it with the books lately.
Yeah, you are. Is it good so far?
Yeah, so thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it just like a autobiography type thing?
Yeah, it's kind of like this diary he written in the 80s.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. I read it years ago, so I'm going back.
Oh, okay.
Just a familiar read. Yeah.
That's cool. Let's see what comments we have. I'm gonna head out and get some fresh air. That is a good idea. And no problem. I made tea or tea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Maybe I should have a tea. I read 15 pages. I read about 30 pages. Every time I get to the bottom of a page, I'm screaming, "Don't do it" to the main character, and then she does it. Is this in the Fortuna Swarm book? Am I right in remembering that? Oh god. That sounds frustrating. Oh no, you're reading Girl in Pieces. Sorry, I'm mixing up my books here. That does sound frustrating though. I'm intrigued so far.
It is interesting.
Yeah. The only
no idea where it's gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where it's gonna go. And I also feel like it could go like several different ways.
Yeah.
But also the only concern I have is that there won't be enough pages to go where it wants to go. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it is short.
Like, it's a very short book, and it's like, considering I'm already 30 pages in, like that is 10% already.
Is it considered fantasy as well?
I actually don't know.
Because if it's fantasy, it is very short for a fantasy.
Yeah, because that also means it needs to introduce something else. Yeah, it's listed as. Oh, hang on. How do you find this on the new Goodreads?
With difficulty.
Yeah. I don't know how to find this. Is it right at the bottom?
Mine says horror and then fantasy and then young adult and then thriller. So it seems to be everything.
Oh yeah, here we go. Horror, fantasy, YA, thriller, mystery, historical, paranormal, fiction, historical, young adult fantasy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where it's set because I feel like some of the places are made up, and then it also mentioned Inverness.
Yeah,
that's a real place.
I think it's.
I've not heard of the other places. So is it like real places or like places named after real places?
Maybe it might be like set in Scotland, but it's actually like
Fantasy Scotland.
The new Goodreads, as in like it looks different to how it used to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, Alex?
They should not have changed it.
No. The new Goodreads, I mean, I'm gonna try and share my screen to demonstrate this. I mean, the way it looks here.
Yeah, I hate it.
But then what I find weird is that if I click here, it takes you back to this, which is such old Goodreads.
Yeah, it's like they've updated some screens and not others.
Yeah, whereas this I mean, I'm probably just very like outdated by calling this new Goodreads because it's been like this for a while, right?
I don't think it's been that long, maybe a couple of months at most. I think it's
Oh,
could still be
really?
considered new.
I think I was using the beta to try and get used to it.
Yeah, that's probably
Which I
yeah.
this is the best reaction. I love it. Yeah, I know. It
made
took
it
me a
shit.
while. Yeah. I do you use Teams at work?
Yeah.
Why can't they fix the yeah, I know, right? I have an iPhone and the Apple app is brilliant, but the Android app is so bad. Like I used it for so long
Yeah.
and it's not good.
Yeah, I have an Android and Jazz has an iPhone, and so I'm just like, this app is shit, and then Jazz has got like the good one.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, have you had the new Teams app yet?
Yeah, I hate
The
it.
first time, I don't know about you, mine's in dark mode constantly, so my
Same,
first reaction was like, "Oh my god, this is horrible," mainly
Yeah.
because it's in light mode.
Oh, mine's still in dark mode though with the new Teams.
Mine changed and I had to like change it back to dark mode, but also
That's
like the notifications are humongous.
Yeah,
Why are they so big? Why are they halfway up the screen?
I know that threw me so much. My notifications just moved up the screen. I was like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
And I'm like, but then the little X I click constantly to get rid of messages is not there. And also, the worst thing is, and I've changed back to the old one because of this, saved messages are not a thing anymore.
Oh, I
So
didn't even know
I
they were a thing, but
genuinely save messages, like important stuff that I need to look back on, like logins for stuff or whatever. Gone. Like I googled it, no way to find them on the new Teams.
oh my god.
I'm like, but
Why?
I saved messages that were important, and you've just taken that service away. Like just it's like WhatsApp, just removing starred messages, which I also use occasionally, but only for important stuff.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? So I've slowly started screenshotting my saved messages so I can send them to myself
Yeah.
so that I can keep track of things that way. But I don't understand why you would remove saved messages. It feels so ridiculous.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense really, especially because like everyone uses Teams for work. Like you say, you'll need to save logins or
Yeah, people are gonna be using it for like
yeah.
important like I need the stuff that's on there. It's like it's random, but I don't want to lose that.
I mean, I didn't actually know you could save messages, but if I did, I would have been because there's so many times
Oh,
where I'm on a call and I'm like, this situation has come up before, but a long time ago. So then I search it in Teams to find where I've asked someone
yeah.
about it before. So yeah, saved messages would be a good idea. And
Well,
why?
you can I don't know if you use it because I know some people use it a lot, like texting yourself or whatever, and then you can just like write to yourself that way. I'm gonna do that now.
I've done it a couple of times,
Yeah.
but I don't.
Even then though, you're
It's not
still
my
like
first thought.
yeah, you're still like searching Teams to look at it, whereas like on
Yeah.
the saved ones, I just know I need to scroll through like the stuff that I'm
Yeah.
on. But anyway, sorry to everyone who got their Teams conversation there. Sorry if you don't use Teams for work. I'm going to share the Pomodoro cat again because we've actually been talking for nearly 10 minutes.
Wow. Time
Well,
flies.
I use the sticky notes app on Windows as well at work. I also use physical post-it notes because even on sticky notes I forget stuff.
Yeah.
See, I think that's what I would do. Forget I'd text myself.
Yeah. I just search the question that I've asked someone before, find who it was I asked it, click on the search result it brings up. It then takes me to the chat with that person, but not to the message I clicked on.
Yeah,
And
I
you
get
have to
that.
scroll for ages, and I'm like, why? Why
Yeah.
did you even bother?
I get that too. It's
Yeah.
very annoying. Shall we start another sprint?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've started. I have to just write everything down now because I need it in front of me. But
This is just now our complaining about Microsoft Teams sprint.
yeah, that's how I actually just use actual post-it notes. Okay,
Though.
yeah, and let's there you go. Let's read from
Yeah,
Pip.
see you in half an hour.
See you in half an hour. Hello. What are you eating?
Apple and cinnamon muffin.
Oh, that sounds so good.
I made them on Sunday. Jez actually helped me and did at least half of it.
Oh,
You did, yeah.
I'm teaching Jez how to bake.
that's so cute.
It's very relaxing.
Yeah. Yeah, I love, well, as you probably know, I love baking. As you've eaten stuff I've made. I made cookies on Saturday to take to the cinema.
This is the first time I've baked anything since we moved in.
Oh, that's so cute. It's your first like thing that you've baked in the house. I love that. I
Part
think
of it was because I didn't have all the equipment. I bought a sieve like a week ago, and I was like, I can finally bake. I have a sieve.
Yeah, I think the first thing I made here was Rocky Road for Courtney's birthday. And the first thing I actually like baked in the oven, because obviously like Rocky Road just goes in the fridge. I think I made brownies that went in the oven, which was the first thing I baked.
I really want to make cinnamon rolls like the ones you made.
Oh my god, I can send you the recipe if you want. It's a really easy recipe. It's
yeah, they were so good.
I will find it. It's tasty. I think the BuzzFeed.
Oh yeah,
BuzzFeed. I am going to send it to you right now. Yeah, it's super easy.
Thank you.
Which is why I've made them so much.
Yeah, they're also super yummy, weren't they?
Oh yes.
Yeah. They are really good. It's the dough is literally just like almond milk, but you could probably use any kind of milk.
Yeah.
Some melted butter, a little bit of sugar, yeast, and flour and salt. And then you just mix that together, leave it to rise. Add, I think, more flour, and then roll it out and put butter and sugar and cinnamon in the middle. And that's it.
So good.
Hi, Amy. I completed my book. I gave it 4 stars. Well done. I'm going to start Murder Trending by Gretchen McNeil. I feel like you're on a theme of murdery books.
I've actually heard of this one this time as well.
I have not heard of that one. I'm going to look it up. See if I recognise it. I feel like it's a good time of year for murder books. I don't recognise this one. Looks interesting though.
It's not the one I was thinking of, so I still have heard of it, but it's not the one I was thinking of.
Yeah. I'm going to send you this recipe.
I was thinking it was one of the thrillers B read a couple of years ago, but I don't think it was.
Oh, okay. It looks like old. Like the cover looks like older than it actually is.
Yeah.
How did you do on the sprints?
I did okay, not as well as the last one because I had to stop to eat a muffin. But I'm on page 74, chapter 9.
Me too.
Nice.
Sorry, I was way too excited about that. It went so high pitched that only dogs could hear me.
Also, I finally got a bookmark.
I've still not got a bookmark. Shall I choose one? That is cute. I like that it's see-through.
I got it every month at the community centre where I live. They do a book swap.
Yeah.
And last month's one, or this month, the beginning of this month, they had a craft fair on at the same time, so I got that bookmark from a local crafter in our area.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, cool. So it's not just for this month then, but it is a good one for this month. I like mysteries and thrillers for like autumn. I'm gonna choose a bookmark. Hang on.
Speaking of thrillers as well, I still need to get the new Karen M. McManus, the third one in that series she wrote.
Yes, I have it. The One of Us is Lying series.
Yeah.
I have it. I have a proof copy. I have proof copies of a lot of her books, but I have a hardback proof of it.
Oh, nice.
which is really cool, and I still haven't read it.
I think it's only out in hardback at the moment, isn't it? I'm waiting for the paperback because I've got all the rest in paperback.
No, I think you're right. It does have like a yearbook end paper
It's like
thing in, which is pretty cool.
the only one of hers that's been released in hardcover first.
Yeah, I think so. They did like a collector's edition, didn't they, of One of Us is Lying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do need to read that. You've just reminded me. This one is One of Us is Back. Because it's the proof it has like, but yeah. Which is the third one in One of Us is Lying. My favourite Karen and McManus is probably, I don't know, The Cousins maybe, or Two Can Keep a Secret.
I think Two Can Keep a Secret is my favourite. I couldn't remember the title. I was just like, it's the one with 2 in it.
Yeah, isn't that, because I think I'm remembering that right. Is it the one with the fairground in?
I think so. I think it was the first one she published that wasn't part of the
One of Us is
Lying series, and it's been my favourite.
Yeah, same. I don't think anything's beaten it, but I liked The Cousins a lot, and that was close. And I also liked
really different to her other stuff as well, which I found quite interesting.
Yeah. I liked the most recent one as well, but I can't remember before this one, but I can't remember what it's called.
I haven't read it yet.
Maybe I haven't actually. I'm mixing up now because I'm like, is it Nothing More to Tell? Have I even read Nothing More to Tell? She writes a lot.
She does. She's like the only thriller author I consistently keep up with as well.
Yeah, I have read Nothing More to Tell, and I did enjoy it. Two Can Keep a Secret is your favourite as well. Yeah, I feel like it's hard to. Yes, thank you. Which I have read. I was just mixing that and You'll Be the Death of Me up, which I enjoyed. But yeah, I feel like I did really like Nothing More to Tell.
I can't remember which ones I've read now. I've read I've apparently not read You'll Be the Death of Me or Nothing More to Tell. I didn't
mind You'll Be the Death of Me, but I did prefer Nothing More to Tell out of her like recent ones. I have so many bookmarks in here it needs sorting out.
Oh, I remember the one I read recently because I have read a Karen M. McManus recently.
Yeah.
It was the one where the 3 people who used to be friends at school reconnect and bunk off for the day.
That's You'll Be the Death of Me, right?
Is it?
I think so.
Maybe I've just not marked it as read on Goodreads yet.
That sounds like You'll Be the Death of Me to me. Because there isn't another one.
The purple one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I read that one recently.
Yeah, that's the one where they used to be close and now they have in common. Yeah.
I've got Nothing More to Tell, and then One of Us is Back, and that's it. I'm all caught up.
Yeah, I have One of Us is Back, and then I'm all caught up. I'm gonna choose this bookmark.
Cute.
I have so many, and I wanted a more autumnal one than that, but it's too cute. I will use it for now.
This is my bookmark from the Pumpkin Spice Cafe.
Oh, that's also really cute. The other one I was thinking about using this one. Although I don't know where the quote is from, but it's quite...
That's pretty, though.
Pretty. I think it might be from a book box. I don't know.
Oh, wait.
Or someone bought it for me.
It's got to be here, isn't it?
Oh, I covered the sofa in crumbs.
No.
Yeah.
Are you trying to find Jess's bookmark?
Yeah, he's usually sitting on it. And I'm also telling him off because he's covered the sofa in crumbs.
Oh no. We have 20 seconds before we go live again.
Well, Jez has lost his bookmark anyway. So.
It'll be
I had a load of National Geographic ones and I just gave him that. It's just like paper.
That's cute. Well, good luck finding that.
Thank you.
We'll have half an hour.
We found it.
Hey. Hang on, I'm gonna remove
It's an
this.
eagle.
Oh, that's cool. They're quite
It's
cool.
literally, it's just a bit of paper. There was a whole load of them together with like perforated lines between them, so it's really flimsy. But
Oh.
yeah,
I will keep it safe.
yeah.
Don't lose it again. Just in case anyone doesn't know or has joined us, this will be our last sprint, but we'll see you in a bit.
Yep.
I have like a sentence left. Hang on. Okay. I'm on chapter 13.
I am on page 107, so I think I'm like 10 pages behind you now.
You are 10 pages behind me. I'm on page 106 now. No, 116. It's getting good.
Yeah, there was that one moment where I was like, "Oh, that's a bit creepy."
Yeah, well, it's getting a bit creepy.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. How are you finding it so far? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad it's getting a bit creepy now. I'm like, that's what I wanted from it. So now it's starting to build up a bit. I'm enjoying it more.
Yeah, same. I also feel like we read a good chunk tonight.
Yeah, 100 pages.
Yeah. And considering it's not a long book, that's like over a third of the book.
Yeah.
How did everybody else get on in the last sprint, if anyone is still with us?
Jez is on page 95.
Oh my god, well done, Jez.
Yeah. Oh,
That's also a very good chunk. How many pages is your book?
oh, it is about 400.
Longer than ours.
Yeah, 400.
That's still a quarter of the book though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
It doesn't look 400 pages.
No, it is though.
No, I believe you, but it looks shorter. Have you just
Yeah.
lost your
I've just
page?
lost my page.
Oh no.
You're on page 95.
95. Thank you.
That's 97. There you go.
There we go.
Oh, I'm really sorry that was our last sprint. I'm so sorry you've just joined us when you're planning on reading. And maybe there's some other sprints going on. Yeah, I think we're gonna head off now because it's
Yes.
nearly 10:30.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to be up at 5:30 tomorrow.
Oh no. When do you start work? Is it 7?
7. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us at the very end. And thank you everyone else for joining us, especially if you've been here for the whole time. And hopefully we can catch you next time we sprint.
Yeah. We should try and get back into regular sprints.
We should. It's been really good tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Usually we used to try and sprint once a month.
Yes.
But yeah, we've just been out of practice for a while and busy.
Very.
But yeah, we will try and get back into it. So either my channel or Alex's channel will be Alex's next time we sprint.
Yes.
We will try and get back into it. Thank you for being here with us, Mark. And thank you everyone for joining. And yeah, we will head off. So we will see you next time. Please go and follow this one.
That way. And this one. But you're on her channel, so if you're following us.
And yeah, we will see you on sprints next time.
Yeah.
Bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.